So welcome to Talking Smack. I'm your host Sam Bradford. Today we've got Chiv, co-host. Hello. And we've got two special guests. So Bailey Vaughan, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Great. Good to have you on. And Lucas.
G'day. Thanks for having me.
Oh, pleasure. So boys, you both been doing DJ sets around Hobart, Tassie.
We have, yeah.
Even interstate.
Yeah, we have. We've been lucky enough to. Yeah. It's been good.
Before we dive into your DJing kind of life, we'll get into kind of anything else you guys are interested or hobbies.
Yeah, for sure. So. Man, I keep it pretty simple. I go to the gym. That's a hobby of mine. I just, take it easy. Because, it takes a lot out of you doing this stuff. So, man, I just, work barista during the week. It's one of my hobbies as well. I work at Capulus in North Hobart.
Back-to-back baristas.
Yeah, I did see that.
Baristas, bro.
Yeah, and that is actually a hobby of mine. I enjoy making coffee. I think
it's fun. You need your caffeine, mate.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna meet some
rolls around on a Monday morning after fucking gigs all weekend, and it's man, I'll have 3 coffees.
And I know you're playing Sundays as well now.
Yeah. That's here nor there though. It depends on the weekend. Mm-hmm. If I have a Friday, Saturday, it's Sunday rolls around. It's I don't know about it. But yeah, man, this just takes up a lot of my time and hobbies now, stuff that I do, making music and stuff like that. I consider it a hobby, but it goes hand in hand with what we do. So, yeah, keep it pretty chill.
Before we dive into Lucas's, what's your favourite coffee, mate?
Oh, man, I have a double shot oat latte.
It's
easy.
Nice.
It's easy.
I have a double shot flat white.
Yeah.
Small.
Yeah.
I'm personally...
Yeah, small. It has to be small.
You need taste of coffee. You're not paying for milk. But
sure.
Bradford's got me on some long black. But I need to go to a good barista.
Yeah. Have you had batch brew before?
Batch brew?
Yeah, it's good. You should try it, man.
There we go. Well, you're the expert, mate.
Yeah.
So yourself, Lucas?
Yeah, I'm pretty similar. Used to surf a lot, do that sort of stuff. But then with DJing and stuff, I don't really have much time between work and... DJing, which is work, I guess, too. But yeah, working at a pizza shop and live eat.
So nice, live eat.
Bit of everything.
Yeah. Which you live eat at?
I'm just starting up actually this week at the Hobart one.
Yeah.
So. Nice, mate.
Yeah.
You've always been in Hobart?
Yeah. Oh, I used to live in Snug actually down the channel.
Yeah, so. Even I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah. So
explains the surfing part of you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was quite the journey to town, so it's good up in Lindisfarne now. So
I used to live in Lindisfarne for a fair few years actually.
Not bad little area.
Yeah, just the morning traffic. That's the only pain of Lindisfarne. But other than that, fucking chill. So Bailey and Lucas, how did you two meet?
Oh man, we're at a crispy gig at Hanging Garden, and I wasn't playing. Lucas, I think did your first show.
One. Yeah, my first show.
Lucas did his first show there. I just went to check it out, and I was talking to Crispy, and then you just came over, and we literally, it was such a brief hello. It was just like when you meet someone for the first time. I didn't even really know Lucas was on the lineup. I just thought he was just kicking about there. We said g'day and whatever, and then. Yeah, from there we just kept seeing each other out.
A year ago? Or?
Oh, yeah, it would have been. Yeah,
probably just over.
Yeah, I got a memory from that on my phone a few weeks ago. So yeah, oh for sure. And then obviously started picking up me playing in town, and then Lucas would just be out, and then he'd jump on for a mix or two when I was playing, and we just became mates like that, and then we started talking to booking agents and stuff together, got our first show together, and from there we just haven't stopped playing together basically. So
were you at Cargo the other weekend?
Potentially
with Bailey when you
but when I saw you there, he was with me.
That makes so much sense because I was thinking, but Bailey's got someone up there just chilling out. I didn't know the connection.
And
then bang, as soon as Chiv made the group, I was like, there we go. That makes so much sense now.
Yeah. Oh man. That was a big night.
It was a big night. Because you started at Cargo and then went to Pooh.
I wasn't even playing Cargo. I just showed up there, and then Rickon was just like, "Oh, do you want to jump on?"
Off.
Yeah. When do you want to jump on when you go to while I go to the toilet? And I was like, "Oh, sure. Why not?"
Yeah.
I had Pooh Bar at 2 a.m, so I was literally just quickly...
2 hours later, you're there to close.
Yeah, man. Oh, closing Pooh Bar's a shift, but
Oh,
would
mate.
be.
Yeah.
I've had some late nights in there. And
Oh, yeah. Oh, for
you
sure.
think to yourself, the DJ, he's just been going here for
You
like
don't-
4 hours.
You have no idea what you're in for when you
Because
go in there either.
Somewhere like Cargo, I feel like they don't swap out DJs. Like you're there for like 10
no,
till
open
Oh
close.
man, they
Yeah,
do that.
like
most
like
places.
every club in like Hobart will just have a DJ.
Yeah.
So like you'll play, like you'll probably play a minimum like 5 hours on a Saturday. Like when Obar used to be a thing. Now that it's changed names, I do a 7-hour shift there.
Yeah, right.
7 hours shift,
non-stop. Yeah, and
is that where you two just rotate in and out?
well, no, because like that would be like we do
Yeah.
town gigs solo
Oh,
because
yeah.
you know it's just
It's just they need people. It's
Yeah.
like more spread out because there's so many venues. So
Yeah,
So
it
then,
makes sense. Yeah.
like if I'm playing like a 7-hour O-bar, I'll pretty much just be banking on this guy coming in and giving me at least 10 minutes break. Like but if I
afterwards or
don't,
something.
like if he can't come in, then I'm there for 7 hours straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
What
is
about
like
if
a
you
full
need a
day's
What about if you
work.
need
Like,
to something like
You
that?
just slam on like a 6-minute song and run for it.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
like,
That's
you know,
literally that's a DJ. That's a
Actually-
DJ secret. You got to have that one long song on your USB that you can play when you've got to piss.
Yeah, and then just have
Yeah.
one of the boys up next and just like pretend you're doing something and then just like...
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that goes bad sometimes.
yeah. They're gonna get carried away.
What's your thought about the new version of Obar now?
Yeah, they.
New Saturdays.
Yeah.
We went down there on the opening night,
Yeah.
and like, man, it's a good little venue. Like, you can't do too much with that place, in
It
the
is
way
kinda
of
stuck
like,
in its ways.
yeah, and I guess it has that stigma that it's still Obar, man.
Yeah.
People still call it
100%.
Obar, and you know, I'm
Take a while
sure.
to change it.
Which
I
is
don't
like
think it
Twitter
will
with
change,
X at the moment.
really.
Everyone
Yeah.
keeps saying Twitter, but it's completely
Yeah.
rebranded itself now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like, like the guy who's running it's like putting on potentially really good events, and like will continue, I'm sure, to put on good events.
That's Andrew as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's done terrific, man. Like,
Yeah.
some of
He's
your
done
nights and
bits.
Fridays as well was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
Hobart needed that.
Man, the Insomnia Fridays that we played was like one of the funnest sets we've ever
Like
played.
lockdown, when lockdown.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
your set was sick
Before
there,
that.
bro. I
Yeah.
played for like half an hour before lockdown came in. But yeah, it's absolutely wicked, bro.
Yeah.
And what I was like when last year, and then come to that, seeing how much he's changed it.
Yeah.
And it's wicked
It's
as bro.
evolved so much.
Like they had too many
Sure.
little VIP spots at Obar. I'm just like, you don't need that. It's good that he's trying to.
I'm
turn
glad
his
that
face into-
I'm glad that they've moved that
Yeah.
now too, because
Yeah.
Ugh,
100%.
chaos.
like, man, like you play 7 hours, and like it's coming towards like the 5th hour when you usually finish, and that's when like people start to like really want to come up behind the like VIP area. And like, man, it's like you're like DJing, and you've got like a line of people like being like, get me up, and you're
Is that
like,
people you know, or just random?
just randoms,
Yeah,
man,
most of
like,
the time.
just trying to get up. And
If I ever see a big line, I'm just gonna walk up like, what's going on? And just like usher me through.
yeah,
Like,
for sure, for
beautiful
sure,
fuck you
I
to
would
the
do
deal.
that. But that's the thing though, like it used to get so full that like Grom would come and to help me out, like he'd be there to like take over for a little bit, and they wouldn't even let him up because there's too many people, too many random people in there.
Yeah.
Awkwardly stand there until there's
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
couple
But
people
now they've
leave
got
or
the
something.
speakers and the light production, all that, so there's literally
Yeah.
no room
yeah,
to sit down.
it's like, you know, that like lounge area is now the VIP,
Yeah.
like up the top there.
Yeah,
So
and usually when I like went to that Insomnia night, it was just all that other DJs playing, and like then the DJs
Yeah.
and things like
Yeah.
that.
yeah,
But no, he's done well. I feel like clubs in Hobart were too repetitive. You go out and it's the
100%.
same song. You go out next weekend, it's
Man.
the same song over and over again.
I
It's
had-
literally someone pressing shuffle on the USB.
yeah, yeah.
Like that's what I felt like it's been.
Yeah, that's what I used to think as well. It's like, so say like me and Grom are playing somewhere, and then like I play a track, and then people like, you know, get bored of like, say I'm playing Botanica, and then they get bored of Botanica, so they go down to like Cargo, and then Lucas just is playing the same track because it's just like you've got to play that type of music.
standard.
Yeah,
for
because it's the
them.
club actually giving you restrictions on what you can play or not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to a
like-
point,
place,
yeah.
Yeah, to an extent. Like I obviously can't go into like Botanica and drop like 145 techno. It just doesn't. It's just not how it goes.
I mean, you
but-
I'd be
could, but
there
you
every
wouldn't-
night if it was, bro.
I'd love to. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to, but yeah, it's just like you've got to like keep to that like commercial
Yeah.
sort of thing. You got to please people at the end of the day.
Mm.
Like it's helped us out a lot playing those clubs, but at the end of the day, like we are there to make sure people have a good night rather than for our own personal gain. Yeah, so that's just how.
So
it
when did
goes.
you boys both get into it? Like for yourself, Lucas? When did...
I was Oh, it was about probably year and a half. About a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of got into it because a couple of mates like just got a DJ deck and we were just messing around with it, and I was just like, oh, I just want to like. I was just like, I want to be better than them, as a joke. But then they didn't really like, they had it once and didn't touch it since. Like, we've used it the one time at this random little party, and then they didn't really touch it. And I was like, oh, this is actually sick. Like, I want to just give it a crack, and then just kind of punched away at it. Kind of set myself like 2 hours a day.
Yeah,
for
nice.
6 or 7 months.
And then a year later, you have a gig at Hang Garden.
yeah, I was pretty stoked about that.
This is a pretty sick debut spot to be
Yeah,
honest.
I was very lucky. Crispy, he's an absolute legend. So.
Yeah, so he's a big part of you guys as well, or is he?
Yeah, so
100%.
like pretty much the same as me. Like one of my mates bought a set of decks, and you just like sort of you mess around on them for a while, and we used to like book B&Bs and like have a party at a B&B, which is bad, but
Not at all, bro.
yeah, and like
Cool.
like it was cool. Like we would like structure like sets of the night of like all of our mates. Like we'd make it like a mini festival type thing, and then like I found myself like taking it really seriously when those things would happen, and then I was like, damn, maybe I should like actually try. So one night I was out for dinner with just like everybody, and I sent Hang Garden a message on Facebook being like, hey, I really want to play a gig. Can you have me on? And like thinking they wouldn't reply because like it's just like such a shitty message, like. And then they sent me back this lady's email and said, oh, hit up, I can't remember her name now, but yeah. And then I hit her up and she's like, oh, can you send me like a demo mix or something? There's literally recorded a mix. I recorded it on voice memos on my phone, like set it up near the speaker. Like it was so bad, and then sent it off. And then she was like, oh, do you want to play this date, 2 a.m. till 2 a.m.
Garden's open that long?
No, this was at Altar.
Oh,
yeah, so
okay,
they wanted me to play at Altar.
Oh, because it's the same.
It's the same,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So I went there. And then they were like, oh, it was in like 2 weeks from when I sent them the email. So like I'd never played on club level decks before or anything like that. So I had to like hustle a set of decks, drain my bank account, but had to do it. And then the time come around, made like a Facebook event and like got all of our mates there. We had like probably 100 people there just because they wanted to like come watch us, because they were just like, damn, I didn't know these guys were going to DJ. Like it was just like so weird for us to do that.
I swear I might have, I don't know,
'Cause it was me.
I would have been out at least.
Yeah. And then like we finished our first one. I emailed her back like a month later saying, hey, do you have anything like else available? And then she gave me another date. I did that date, and then started getting Crispy sent me a message to play a show, and then I just played one with him, and then I did the Halloween one, which was pretty big. And then from there, I got like recognised from like George, who runs the Sounds Good company, which is who we DJ under. Yeah. And then I started getting town gigs. And that was probably like, I think that my first gig was probably,
Post-COVID or after?
Definitely, it was after COVID.
Yeah. Because it feels like you've always been a DJ to me.
Yeah. Oh, actually no. Yeah, no, it was after. Yeah. Which was good. So that sort of put a halt on things too, though, as it did for everybody, not just DJs.
It would have been a hard time for DJs, especially.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Well, you can do stuff at home
So yeah, you can make
have
mixes.
Spotify, don't you?
I have a
I haven't
Spotify.
released anything on Spotify yet.
But man, SoundCloud gets more reach anyway.
Yeah. Especially for upcoming DJs.
Yeah,
I've
for
heard
sure.
DJ.
Artists in general, you see someone like Travis Scott, his old music, like his first album, was huge on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Not as big on YouTube, but now all these newer stuff isn't as big on SoundCloud, but it's massive on YouTube and Spotify.
Yeah.
Because that makes artists.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just used to be an outlet for artists to like post like whatever they want without like a record label telling them they can or can't, or like, so you'll find a lot of like classic stuff on there.
Yeah, cool.
It's good.
I do have a question for both of you, actually.
Yeah.
Moment. So, is there any moment out in town that stands out to you that someone's come up to you while you're DJing?
Oh damn! As in like a bad one, or just
bad
like,
moment, good. Yeah, we'll start with bad. Then we'll do a good moment.
God.
a good moment. A good moment for me was, I was DJing Botanica, and, you know, I was like, I don't know, I was having like a bit of a quiet night. I was just like, it is what it is. It got busy, and then like I was just DJing, and this chick who was standing on the left of the booth, like got Snapchat up on her phone, and it's a classic thing. Like people would get their phone up to request songs.
That must be so annoying.
It's the worst part of DJing.
Because you already have something set up. Like you realistically can't change anything if you don't have the song. But they just say like, "Play this song."
Yeah, and people don't understand it.
I've done it as well. So.
I feel like
Dude, you're our worst enemy. So yeah, and I was like, I saw the phone come up, and I was like, oh, here we go. And she had on her phone, it was like, you're actually a really good DJ.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, that like actually makes me feel good.
That's pretty
Like,
nice.
yeah.
What about a bad moment?
Oh, bad moment.
Anything that sticks out to you? Like real bad?
Oh, yeah. Actually, it was like not that long ago. So Botanica had this like replacement set of decks in, and the case that they came in
replacement, like the other ones were getting like
they just like
serviced or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
they were getting cleaned.
Yeah,
and the case like didn't have any, I don't know what they're called, like rubber on the bottom, so it wouldn't like
stay still.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, because the bass was going and stuff. So, like, I went to the toilet to put a song on. Like, I put a song on, went to the toilet, and then put a song on in the toilet. And all of a sudden, I just hear like the music stop, and I like run out there, and the decks are just like on the ground, face down, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so bad!" Like,
that's nothing more awkward. That's like just silence in a club, like after hearing loud music as well. Yeah, it'll be so awkward.
And I was just like, "Oh shit!" Like.
So that's your DJ career over there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, don't know what you guys got me on. It's over. Yeah. I haven't DJed since, guys. So, yeah, that was probably the worst like experience, and that was on my own doing as well. Yeah. So, can't even put that down to anybody else. I haven't really had that many.
Find out how it actually dropped.
It would have just slipped. It just would have like because it was sliding forward all night, and I knew that, properly. But I just like forgot about it.
I was thinking, did someone like down in the mosh, like on the mosh,
nah,
rip it off?
No, but like I've had like people try to like rip my USB out of the thing, and like that's just standard though. People don't understand.
That's standard.
Oh man, people do stuff like that all the time.
Cool, bro, mate. You'd surely be from.
Oh man, people will just like
at
come
Cargo
over
as well because it's such a small booth. Like anyone can just come up.
And like people just like think it's like fine just to like touch stuff and like it just people just don't get it.
It's always interesting hearing the DJ's point of view because I've always been the person down the D floor looking up there, but never done anything to like grab them or anything like that.
Yeah,
I normally go up, is come up and give them a bit of a
like razz up.
A bit of a razz. That's about it.
Yeah. And it's like that's what I refer to like the old O-Bar VIP. Like you had just so many people you didn't know behind you.
What's old bar now? Like the old O-Bar?
Oh no! Oh, as in like
the one
pink, as in Pink Bunny.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry.
White bunny, pink bunny.
Yeah, that's how I did a reversion of that, don't we?
Yeah, because you just had so many like random people behind you who were obviously drinking. That's why they're out. Like they just would do anything really. Like it's a pain in the ass, but what can you do?
No, intriguing. What about you, Lucas? What's your good moment or bad moment?
I don't know. I feel like just like good moment and moments is just like over the past, especially past few months, being able to like hang out with people that we looked up to for like years. Like Ben, like we got that
that's so
day with like Ben Gerrans the other week, and that was just like kind of nuts because like I remember just watching him like a year ago even, and just like I would have never thought that we'd ever be able to do that and like hang out like Stum and like all these like artists that you like look up to, and then being able to actually like chat to them and spend time with them is just pretty crazy.
You boys are going to have a field day at Heydays then.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what the vibe will be with that, but yeah, we'll definitely try to pull some strings there.
Yeah, for sure,
back there. Yeah.
So how did you two get into collabing together?
What was it? It was Revel, yeah. So we played a Revel show together but separately.
And that's at the Good Shed?
This was the first Alta
this was their first Alta one. So this is when they started doing club nights.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Luke, the guy who runs it. He messaged me. He's like, "Hey, do you know anyone who would probably be keen to play this like alongside you and some other DJ? I can't remember who it was." And then I put Lucas's name forward to play, and then he obviously killed it.
I was that stoked, I remember, because I had the, from the first, the Good Sheds one, I had the poster up on my wall in my room. I was always like, I want to play that so bad one day, like something like that.
Yeah.
And then Baz sent me the message, I was like frothing, I was like jumping up and down in my room, so stoked.
Yeah, so then, Lucas played that show, killed it, and then I think it was like a bit after that they asked us to do the next warehouse party together. And then, like, obviously we said yes because we were G'd up for it. And then we went and we just, like, saw how fun it is to DJ with another person.
Kind of like our first time hanging out together was, like, the build up to that too.
Yeah.
Because we were, like, sorting out music together.
Yeah.
And
then, like, we just became super good mates through that as well. Like, because, I mean, we share the same interests and, you know, both have the same sense of humour. Like, we can laugh up on stage together and whatever else. So, like, I think that's more important than the actual DJing side of it. Is, like, doing it with someone who's actually your mate.
So it's not only a passion, but it kind of work at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if it was...
It's exactly what this is. Like, for me and Bradford. Like, we're up here, we're enjoying it. We could make it into, like, an actual job and be serious. But we have fun. We have beers. We enjoy it. We get people on that.
That's what
matters.
Things
like that. It's so much more enjoyable than
It's kind of, it's like our hobby because we both work like basically full time hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Something to do.
I keep trying to convince my partner it's a job, but she says until you get paid from it.
I'm like, damn,
you're so right. Give you some money for this one. Let's hope so. So then you can tell her that it's a real job.
Exactly. It's like, can't Fizz paid us $1,000 for this? This is a job now.
But yeah, so then like we did that one together and we just had a blast. So we just I didn't even know what we played after that.
We just kind of did like random things where we could together.
Yeah.
I think
we just started like...
So your first show was 6th of May at Rebel Warehouse.
That was our first one together. Yeah.
So then 30th of September was your first interstate gig in Geelong.
Oh yeah. So that was probably our first massive thing that we did together.
Yeah, I searched the place up. It looks like it doesn't look like they serve alcohol. It just looks like a genuine place where you like get a space and rent it. You just come have a party for
it's
8 hours or something like that. It looks like a heaps good.
How is Geelong? Like, what's that vibe like from Hobart to Geelong?
I would honestly say it's not that much different. Yeah. I mean, nightlife a lot different, but like the general area.
Yeah. So like people like who came to Bloom, so we saw they actually there to like dance and like listen to the music that's on. Mm-hmm. It's not just going out to do like a social.
Get munted,
yeah, well, I mean, like they're getting munted too, but like they actually enjoy the music that's on. They're not just like there because like I don't know, all their mates are out. They got nothing better to do. Like I feel like we like met a guy there who was there like just solo having a crack, and he was just like hanging out. Like that, it's just different there. Like.
But we could play what we want, and people loved it. Like it was like people get around a lot more different genres there, as opposed to just like the straight kind of like pop R&B, which seems to be mainly what people kind of get around here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but
it makes so much sense because on mainland you got more variety and and
I mean, I think
of people.
We didn't like explore Geelong a heap, but I think it only had like maybe 2 other clubs or something. So it was pretty limited in, and it was also grand final night, so it was pumped.
Pretty rowdy, yeah.
They had like 570 door sale tickets like that people had pre-ordered.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, and obviously buy at the door as well.
Yeah,
it's a huge venue, man.
Yeah, man, it was.
Pack it out.
That's the same weekend as Listen Out, isn't it too? Is it?
It was. Yeah.
Listen Out was the night before. Yeah,
that would have been massive.
Yeah, because we were going to go, but we were like, we're going to pull up so rusty if we go. I don't know if it would be worth our time.
I've won Listen Out twice. 2017, 2019.
Yeah, I went
Mac Miller. Was that 2017 one? That was sick.
Yeah. First ever live music that I went and saw was 2018 Listen Out with like ASAP Rocky, Skepta, Skrillex.
Mad lineup too.
Yeah, it was sick. Yeah.
We actually have a quick break, and then we're gonna go into a bit more of your festivals, what's coming up.
Done.
Sweet.
And then we'll get into a bit of a chat about hard fizz, what you're drinking right now.
This stuff.
Lovely.
This God's nectar right here.
So we'll be back in a sec.
And we're back.
We're back into
Back
it.
into it.
Let's crack them.
Done.
So hard fizz, extra strength, raspberry. So the low sugar, they're full flavoured, and they're alcoholic sodas. So
Yeah.
Low sugar, they've still got 149
They're gluten
calories.
free.
It's great for the bulk.
Oh, mate. It's great on the rig. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's great on the rig.
Light on it even.
Gluten free, natural flavours, vegan friendly. There you go, and no artificial sweeteners.
Mate.
So-
yeah.
Not a bad little drink.
Yeah, give them a little taste test.
easy
I'm
as
I'm
well.
intrigued.
Yeah, these would be dangerous on the sesh.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell,
Hot day.
right.
Nice sunny day,
sunny
ice
day.
cold. Man, they're beautiful.
Fucking hell. Is this at Heydays?
I don't think so.
We were gonna look into it, but
Yeah.
So you boys need to bring a card and just throw one out to me.
Yeah,
I'll be on
man.
Bradford's shoulders like, oh, yeah.
Trust me, we're trying to figure something
Look at
out.
Smash as me, sit me in the head.
Yeah. We're trying to
flavours
figure
are
them out. So they've got lemon and lime, raspberry,
Lemon and lime will be good.
grape. Grape's my personal favourite. And then they've got a cola one that we haven't tried yet, but we're getting those in soon to be able to try. So
Do you get sent stuff? Well, before we
Yeah.
say that, how did you get it sponsored by Fizz happen? Did you reach out to them or?
well,
you probably explain it better.
So one of my good mates, George, who surfs a lot. He does a lot of the big wave surfing stuff. He's pretty close with them. I was just talking to him one day. He's like, "Oh, you should just like send them a message and see," because they're real keen to kind of like branch out to new places and people and avenues, I guess. So
because have you boys heard of this like before? Like,
I only heard of it because at Hill Street in Newtown, there's a bottle shop next to it, and like their back entrance or like their delivery area, is ours, and there's just a bloke just pointing to it, bold, massive smile on his face. Like that's like a cutout or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I know that, bro. I think I've seen it something before. Then like the next day you posted, and then the next day because we say hard fizz now, it's in my newsfeed on social media.
Yeah.
It's all the fucking
Yeah,
algorithm.
Real got ya.
But yeah, I guess that's pretty much what they're trying to tap into.
Yeah.
You know, like we're in the public eye when we DJ and stuff. So if we have it with us or whatever, you know, people might want to try it, or you know, it just like gives people like if they say it, they're like, and they say it at the bottle low.
to kind of-
So they come in
Yeah.
4-packs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mixed 10 packs.
Mixed 10
Mixed
packs.
10 packs would be dope. No,
Yeah.
Mixed 10 packs for alcohol beverages is sick.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
for something like a seltzer. Like you can't like. I feel like if you were to smack like 5 of these, you'd probably like, you know, you'd want to change flavors. But
Yeah.
like you could definitely. Well, I mean, we've definitely had a few cracks on these.
Yeah.
They sit nicely too. They're not like, it's good because I like find like with real sweet stuff, like after a few, then after a while they start making
Like
you
CC
feel
and
a
dry is probably the most one like a sweet drink that gets me all the time.
bit- Yeah,
Oh,
It's just
man.
it feels so heavy, and then you like
Yeah.
your teeth 3 hours later just like
Yeah.
feel like they turn yellow
Yeah.
somehow.
I suppose I find that any like kind of cruiser or
Oh,
it's
for
just
sure.
too much, eh?
whiskies or
Yeah.
Every time I go and I buy something, I've got to buy a mixed 10 pack.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll
You know
like.
that Bilson drink? I can't stand
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
It's too
man.
way too
Oh,
full
yeah.
and sugary
Yeah,
for
a
me.
lot of them are
It's like
like
you're
that.
drinking a fizzy
Oh,
drink, man.
Yeah, that's so. But like you can buy the cordial, and I've been making my own, and it's just like I can get the perfect amount of sweetness,
Wow.
perfect amount of vodka. It's fucking spot on having your own mixer for it. But yeah, out of that little can, it's like ridiculous amount of grams of sugar. It's
I
stupid.
I'll rate
but
it.
yeah,
So
definitely rate these, bro.
1.6 is good, kind of good solid.
Oh man,
Yeah,
especially for a
I don't
set.
think you can
Keeps
do
it
much
going.
more
Yeah.
in a 330ml can and
To
have
keep
it
its
taste
flavour.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got a couple other things too. They got like not these are like the extra strength ones, but they got like the regular ones, which are also pretty good. They're a bit more seltzery because these are like a soda-y kind of thing. But those other ones are still bloody good, but they're one standard. But
Yeah.
they're also real good on a nice summer's day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold.
So where are Hard Fizz based? So
Like Goldie, Queensland.
Yeah.
Queensland. Who's like? Do you know who's
So like
behind
it's like heavily influenced by Fisher.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's what Bradford said.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure fishes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is
kind of
like-
like the face of it.
Which
Yeah.
is why it works out really well for us because like obviously Fisher
It's like the
DJs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're also DJs, so like
That makes
branching
so much
out
sense
in-
because I remember when they first released it, it was like all this big kind of marketing campaign. He was like,
Yeah.
Back when he was wearing those like crazy
Yeah,
sunglasses.
yeah.
Still does.
Yeah, the one bloke you want to market something is Fisher because it's just insane.
So much
But
energy.
yeah, so that's why it worked out really well for us to have that outlet to, you know, relate to Fisher who pumps it, and then made us.
So they
pretty
do
good
sponsor a lot of
candidates
DJs, do they?
Yeah, I think they have a fair few under their belt, and they sponsor a lot of like events, and I think they run a couple of things up in Goldie.
Yeah.
Are you guys like an ambassador stage yet, or just you reached out to them? They said, yeah, you guys can sponsor us, and we won't like sue you or anything like that for using our name.
No, it's like I think it's like a.
It's kind of.
It's like a loose agreement in the way of like they send us stuff to obviously promote.
Yeah.
So
they
there's
send you,
no
like, 10
money
packs and things like that.
Yeah, our first shipment was like 3 cartons.
Fuck
wicked,
which
so
is awesome, man.
Yeah.
Like
Keep you going.
Yeah.
a dream as a DJ is an alcohol sponsor.
Do they have any requirements of you, like you have to post particular things, like?
No,
There's
there's not.
certainty, but like no locked in anything.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, but we
it's just
definitely
kind
have
of
to.
mutual. Like like it's kind of not like I guess it's expected. Like because they're providing us with drinks, so when we're playing or like when we get a chance, throw up some like little posts or stories and stuff.
Yeah, but it's pretty easy going. Like we know
they're legends.
Yeah,
It's a good time to get into it because they're still quite new when it comes to like salsa kind of.
Yeah, and they like only really dropped these like a few months ago, I think.
The extra strength.
Yeah, so getting these ones in is definitely like good to like sort of pump them as much as we can. Like we do the best that we can. So yeah.
But where can I go buy myself some hard fizz?
You can buy them at 9/11.
They're pretty much everywhere at the moment.
Yeah,
like
sweet.
Good old Dan's.
yeah,
No,
I
not
think
yet.
Dan's would be hit and miss. Yeah,
No, yeah.
really?
My parents went to go buy some at Dan's, and they said that they're working on it with hard fizz.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's like
Place you think it would. That's place that apparently.
man.
I'm sure it's only a matter of time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I'm just disappointed by Dan.
Yeah, dude.
not
He's
on
not been
there.
doing his job properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're scattered around, man. I'm sure you'll be able to pick them up pretty much anywhere you go these
Imagine
days.
this on tap.
Oh,
Be dangerous. Like,
Can I get a pint of hard fizz, please?
Yeah,
1.6
dangerous.
standard pint. Probably way more than that.
way more. Yeah.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
that
that'd be
bill
like
instead of
3
6%? That'd be like
Either 330 mils.
What's pints like 650 or something like that?
16 ounces. So
Yeah.
that's like
it'd be borderline 3 standard.
500 mil.
Yeah,
550,
560,
around
something like that.
Yeah, you'd have a few of those and be feeling pretty good, I reckon.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Imagine a beer tower.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be pushing it.
That'd be really.
God, got to get onto that, I think.
Is there anything else you guys want to quickly run through
With
about
hard fizz?
hard fizz?
No, that was pretty much the story. Like,
Yeah,
you know, we just...
still early days.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
like that.
Mm.
So to be continued with that.
Yeah,
definitely.
100%.
Especially in like what we've got planned and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll make sure to smuggle one of the heydays and
Hey,
have a
man,
photo
we're
of
gonna
you guys
try.
and take a photo and just tag
Give
you
it a
guys.
We're going to
Yeah.
try. We're going to
Even
try.
if I could just say to the security, hey, look, I'm opening it, I'm tipping the alcohol out, I'm trying to just promote them. Can I just take a photo of it with the DJs on set? I reckon I'll do that.
Well, we appreciate you bringing something.
Yeah, thanks for that,
Of course.
boys.
Giving us an
Anytime.
idea. That's
We're
actually-
usually supplying the alcohol. So
Yeah, that's alright.
bit of a different
Flip the
pace.
table and that one.
We get back into the DJing side. So,
Yeah,
21st of October, Bailey, that was your first headline at Hang Gardens.
It was, yeah.
And we had Lucas
Yeah.
as your support. Do you want to give us a bit of
Good
rundown?
question. With support, is it like Lucas in the middle of the crowd with like a sign saying, hey Bailey, you're rocking it,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I put him on. I put him on the lineup just to hold the crowd, saying, "Hey, you're doing really well."
Nice mix, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, me and my manager were, we have meetings with our manager pretty often just to try and plan stuff, and we thought it was about the right time to do like a headlining thing locally, and yeah, it's good having a manager, man. Like,
So touch base a little bit on the manager side of things.
it's like,
Is he local?
yeah, he's local. He works at the company sounds good. George is the guy who looks after us, and he is just a weapon, man. Like,
Such a legend.
yeah, one of the best guys you'll ever meet. He having a manager just like takes that, like, you being a DJ to like another level. It looks more professional if you have somebody organizing stuff for you and talking backwards and forwards with booking people or stuff like that. So like he has like really good networking with all the local
Give
people.
you more time to focus on the music side as well.
Well, that's
opens
exactly
so much more
right.
doors and stuff because just knows people and knows his way around everything. So
like so he just hit him up and said, hey, like, because I played there before. He'd set that up for me, so they know that I can do it, and wherever and whatever else. So yeah, they just got to planning it, and pretty much before I knew it, I had a headlining show at Hanging Garden. Like I wasn't like super involved with like the organising part of it because George handles it, so I sort of just get told the news whether it was going ahead or not, and
Hanging Gardens would have somewhat of a pretty good social like a social event organizer.
Yeah,
like
exactly. I mean, like you see all their promo and stuff. Like they did all the promo for me, as in like made like all the like banners and stuff. So
actually, I do have a question with that. With like your photo shoots and things like that, is that just like someone taking a photo of you? Because with iPhones these days, the camera's quality is ridiculous. Or is it actually your manager going saying, "Hey, we're just going to do a quick photo shoot, 10 minutes, take a few photos."
So our company pretty much organised a photo shoot for all of the DJs, and because they take care of live music acts as well, so like acoustic sittings at dinner when you go to a place and someone's playing, so they organise like free of charge for us to go and get some like press shots done, because trying to organise press shots is pretty hard if you don't know someone who has a camera.
And it can get pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah, and it like worked in well with them. They're like doing up their website and whatever else. So we just fit in with that, and and we got our press shots done. One of the most embarrassing things in my life, getting those photos taken. It's so awkward.
I feel it'd be so awkward. I'm just like, can you
post you, Chuck?
Hey,
Oh no!
Not that one.
He gets done so dirty with
for
that.
people that listen to this Apple, it's just like Bailey grabbing his hand, just like flicking it back.
It's like model spec.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I always feel like it'd be like, okay, just pose, just do this, just do that. I'm just like, can you just like, I'll hire you for a day, just follow me day to day life, and just snap some photos of me.
Yeah, it's
make it a bit more natural.
I mean, the girl who did it, she was really good. Like, I think she's done a few before, so like she sort of gave you prompts to She did tell me to look less robotic, which is good. But like, man, it was interesting experience. It was one of those things you have to get done though. So yeah. But
no, first one ticked off.
Exactly.
Next one's gonna be easier.
Next one gonna be flying.
Next one you can have a 10-pack of these, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be able to whip out some good poses.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna be bloody top notch by the end of it.
So back to the Hanging Garden.
Yeah.
Side.
So they sent me all the assets in the way of like posters, and they gave me free range of lineup, so I could pick whoever I wanted to play on there. Basically, I had a girl called Grace open for the whole night, and then I had Lucas play before I went on. And yeah, man, it was probably that's probably one of the coolest sets I've played, just to have people be there and know that I was like mainly the headlining act basically. And I think I had like 300 people there, which was like when I finished I was like over the moon, as you could imagine. Like
the adrenaline would have been
dude, it was insane. And the thing that made it better was like that, do you remember that like really stormy day in
that like places got flooded?
It was that night.
And
so
you got in before that, before it all
but like the thing that felt good to me is people still came out even though the weather was nuts. And I was stressing about it heaps.
The week up to it.
I couldn't stop thinking about it because like everywhere was posting that it was going to be thunderstorms and like really bad weather on Saturday, like leading up, and I was like, I don't know if people were going to come or not. But it's one of those things when you organise events, man.
The stress would be there too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And that's understandable.
And I got to the point where I just thought, well, I can't change the weather. So
exactly.
if people come or if people don't come because of that, it is what it is. Like, yeah. But played the show. It was sick. We did an after party at Pooh Bar.
Epic.
Got 2 more of my mates on for that, and that's what I loved about it as well. I had a bunch of my mates playing with me on my own show,
Yeah.
which is just awesome.
Good thing about the DJing side, you get like a nice spear of DJ friends that you all help each other out.
Yeah, oh,
So
man.
everyone's very supportive.
Yeah,
down here
For
especially.
sure, yeah. Such a tight-knit community
Everyone's so
down
close.
No, it's epic.
here. Yeah.
How did you find it, Lucas?
Yeah, I had a good fun. Yeah, it was I was just worried as well. Same sort of thing. I was like worried, like, because I was a bit earlier. I was thinking like, oh, the weather, like, oh, what's gonna happen? But it ended up being fun. Like, got to rinse some good tracks, and yeah. Just,
And Gardens, I think it's epic. So.
Oh man, I think it's one
It's
of
the
the
best
best.
place in town.
I think it's one of the best venues in Australia, and
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
100%,
you say
yeah.
high
So
wind and
unique.
things like that. When you're in that dance, like the little dance floor area, you can't feel the wind at all. Like
Yeah.
it's really, they've done so well to keep it outdoors, keep it still fresh, so you're not indoors sweating, you're overheating.
Yeah.
They keep it nice, fresh. You can still feel a bit of a breeze, but it's so enclosed. They've done terrific with it. Like the first opening night was, I think your 21st was the first time I went to Hanging Gardens. One of the best nights I've ever had out.
Yeah.
Like the DJ was on point.
Yeah.
Like,
15 of us just in the
all,
front.
All the front left was like everywhere. Like we have with our group, front left. Any festival, we go front left.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we know
I'd say the
instantly
front
what
left or front right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
front.
yeah.
Depends on
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
an agreement beforehand, wherever
Yeah.
you find it. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a very, very good club.
Yeah. Oh
Very good
man,
place.
one of the best in Australia for sure.
definitely.
So, September to October, 7th of October, man. So, you touched based on Ben Garron, is that how you pronounce
Yeah.
that?
Games, yeah.
So, you were both supported that, or how does that,
Yeah,
how did
yeah.
that work?
Was that the
Open for
Mets,
him,
Mets
yeah.
as well?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, at the Mets. Yeah, I mean, it's just like
What's
so.
that set up like?
Yeah, it's good for the space that they have.
They're still kind of working on it. Still.
Yeah.
But like, they've done good. Like they've ran some sick events.
So they kind of rebranded, haven't they? Kind of like is it
Yeah, reopened
management?
basically. It
Reopened,
closed
really,
down for
yeah.
a while.
Is it new management or?
Yeah.
No, cool. That's a sick little spot.
Oh
Yeah.
man, the Mets is awesome.
It'd be cool if Sandy Bay gets like a little nightclub strip going.
Yeah.
Have
Like
the
a few clubs,
I reckon,
yeah.
I reckon it'd be cool. Like you could do like a tiny mini Salamanca like type thing. Like,
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be
Do,
cool.
like, into
Nice,
it.
it's a nice little
Yeah.
area too.
Yeah, for sure.
So touch base on a little bit on that. What did you guys? Anything interesting about that?
Yeah, so like Lucas said earlier, like one of the coolest things about that is, you know, we got to we picked him up from the airport and
Okay, that's cool.
Show them
And-
around and stuff.
yeah, it's like he's such an inspiration to both of us. Like
Is that like kind of like his tour guide, kind of stayed with
pretty
you guys
much
for-
like an artist liaison,
Yeah.
which is like someone who picks someone up from an airport, takes them to a venue
Sorts
or
them out.
hotel, like just looks after them
Did
while
you
they're
contact
around.
him to get it, or was this like the Mets team?
Oh,
trying to
well,
sort it?
Well,
Lucas
yeah,
had a lot to do with it, so
one of our mates, Beefy, met him in Bali, and I've kind of always messaged. I've messaged Ben.
Classic
yeah,
Bali.
Yeah, I've messaged Ben for ages, just like saying like, oh, like, be sick, like to get down to Tassie. Always just thought it'd be like, I don't know, just cool, because I don't think that was his first show down here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was just always kind of like, oh, like surely this tour. And then one time, because the Mets like just opened at the end of last year, I think it was, or early this year, and we've become pretty close with them. So I just thought, oh, I'll shoot a message to the boys and see if it'd be something they'd be interested in. And then I messaged Ben, and he was keen, and he sent his manager's email. So I just said to the boys, like the Mets boys, like, oh, what do you reckon? And they were a bit iffy about it. They were apparently like this close to pulling the pin because they hadn't really heard of him.
Yeah, right.
So they were worried it wasn't going to sell. But yeah, it ended up doing
Do you guys
bloody well.
close to the guys who run the Mets or?
Yeah, pretty close to them,
we are now after like these like playing Sundays there and whatever else. But yeah, I
So
think it was-
surely you were being like, nah, trying to back his.
I was like, it's on me if it fails. I was like, I know, like, I knew it was gonna sell well, and it ended up selling well, thankfully.
yeah, I think
Because
it
it
was
would have
like,
been on me if it didn't.
yeah, I think it was like one of the like, I don't think they had like keep track, but I think it was personally one of the fastest selling shows the Mets has done
Oh,
since
100,
they
no,
opened.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like every time they did like a first release, second release, and then final release, like it would sell out within like 45 minutes every time.
Yeah.
Um,
Big venue? How many can it hold?
how many can I hold? I
Mets
think
used to be massive back in the day.
I don't think I've ever
But
been
then
to the
it's
Mets.
kind of went, then it
Yeah.
closed, and then it kind of.
They're trying to like bring it back.
Bring
It's
it
just
back.
hard though, because
yeah,
It's
there's
just
just
a
like
little
so,
bit out of the way. Like if we come back to what I was
people
saying,
say,
if they had
yeah.
that little bit more down there,
Mm.
like I can't even think of another pub to go
Mayfair.
down there.
I mean,
Mayfair, that's right. So
Yeah.
that's a place I have been to. But Mayfair and that, they need one or two little other places
Just
that play music,
something,
have a
yeah.
bit of fun, and that will get
Just to
more
bring
people
the crowd a bit
insane
more.
Bay
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah, for sure.
Like imagine having a gig at UTAS and then going down there and seeing you boys play.
Oh man,
That'd
well
be
I
pretty
actually
sick.
I played at like a
Well, Unibar, sorry, not UTAS.
what type of event was it? It was like
It was just one of like the NG.
yeah, I played like an NG Societies night at UTAS, and it was sick.
Yeah.
Like so many people there. They had live
In the
bands
Unibar?
play.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't at
Oh,
the
really?
uni bar. It was
Wasn't
like
it?
in the uni.
Oh,
then-
that's what Andrew does, like, sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
he'll just set, like, there's a staircase, he'll just set up and he'll just have a rave. At,
Yeah,
like,
pretty
12 in
much,
the morning,
yeah.
It
1
was
in the
pretty
morning.
much like that, but just like bigger scale.
Yeah,
And-
wicked.
It's kind of like a barrel, you know when they do.
Yeah, pretty.
Yeah.
It was pretty much like a barrel,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Oh,
It's
bring
like
back uni nights.
it's
Bring
like
back Wednesday uni
oh,
nights.
have you boys
Please.
heard of like NG Laneway, where they like do the laneway in at the uni, and they like, man, the bar is so cheap. Like
That's
Yeah,
so good.
everything's cheap,
It's like
yeah.
$6
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's so
yeah,
cheap.
I played.
Just,
I played like
Each, what do you call it? Each kind of department of the school kind of run.
yeah, it's like a
run
society thing.
Society,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And yeah, I think that was a pretty big show too. I can't really remember how many people were there.
It's definitely a couple hundred at least.
Is
Yeah.
it ticketed?
Yeah, ticketed
Yeah.
and everything. So
No, hit me up when you do another one. That sounds like fun.
yeah,
I love how you invite. That's great because shame I haven't been able to get to more gigs. I'd
yeah,
like to
yeah.
do.
Oh, yeah.
I
don't
I'll
know.
always-
always
on my
love how you
phone.
do that.
So
yeah.
every time like I go on Facebook, it's like you invited me to an event 6 weeks ago. It's like, they're like, for fuck's sake. Last time everyone's like, oh, you coming to this event? I was like, what event? You got invited like 6 weeks ago. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about,
Do you
bro.
have Instagrams? Stuff
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
to
yeah.
do it?
I always share it on my stories and
Nah,
stuff
cool.
whenever I
Mm,
play.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
big part of it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely trying
Social
to
Trying to make it, market it.
get as
promote it.
many as your mates to a show, because even if it's like not a massive show, like outside of your mates coming wise, like if you get a lot of your mates there and you get some good footage,
Mhm.
it can make a shitty show look really good still.
Literally what Panga said on the episode that's just gone, go give it a watch, great episode. He said having people, like a social network for people to invite, because you come on stage, you got like 20 boys celebrating, cheering you, saying
Yeah.
go Panga. Next person comes on, dead silence. You're like, in judging terms for physique, you're going to get
Yeah.
marked down, but in a DJing sense, you get rowdy, people are drinking, everybody else is going to get rowdy.
Exactly
There's 20
right.
boys and
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
can make
yeah.
a loud noise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
having your friends there, having that
Oh,
support
100%.
is huge.
Yeah,
That's
like
with
referring back to
anything.
the first ever show I played, that's exactly what
Yeah.
happened. We had
Same
like
here.
40 of our mates there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, if people just by chance thought, oh, I might pop up to Alta, see what it's like, they see 40 people having a crack,
Yeah.
they're going to stay around.
And they don't all know that. Oh, they're all here for
exactly.
you. They just
Exactly.
40 people are exactly having a
Yeah.
crack. So
Yeah.
yeah, support and having that friendship to invite people is absolutely massive.
For sure. That's like, it's a massive thing in what we do.
So
Yeah.
before going to future events, is there any past ones you guys want to touch base on, like a standout one, like your favourite one?
Oh, look, I think we pretty much covered it in the
Yeah.
way
I
of past
I was gonna
events.
say, it
Probably
sounds-
pretty-
Obviously,
you guys
the
have covered it well.
my favourite one so far has obviously been going to Geelong
Yeah.
and like flying somewhere to play.
Did they put you up for everything? Like they covered everything?
No,
Or did you
look,
have to...
we took the fall on this one because
Yeah.
we wanted to just get out there and
Experience.
Yeah.
experience it. Like,
Fine, bro.
yeah, and you know we get paid to play, so we made like a bit of money that weekend, and but it's not about the money either.
Yeah.
Like I would be,
I'd happily play interstate anywhere for free.
yeah,
Any
Yeah,
day of the
fuck
week.
yeah.
for
Love
sure, yeah.
Love that.
Sounds like it's
Hustle.
kind of
Yeah.
a journey, enjoying the process of
Oh,
the DJing thing and seeing
Yeah.
where it can take you is
I mean-
another part.
Definitely.
It's kind of like this podcast in today, like we just enjoy the process of making them.
Exactly.
episodes.
Oh, well, like some of our videos get 15 views. Oh, well, cool, that's fine. And then we just keep going. We don't see 15 views. Oh, give up. Might as well. Life sucks. We're not blowing up overnight. We're just like, we've got to keep hustling. We
DJ.
talk about this stuff anyway. We talk about this without a camera. So, like, let's put a camera in. Let's see if we can
Exactly.
say something interesting.
We're making a
for people
team
to
as
listen.
well, so now
Yeah.
you two have made it kind of a duo.
For sure.
yourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Oh
then having
man,
that kind of support.
it's the
behind
exact
you.
same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you could easily get disheartened playing. You know, you play a gig and 4 people turn up, and then you go, "Oh, this is just not worth it." But it's all part of the
Yeah,
process.
you're gonna have the good times. You're gonna have the bad times.
Exactly.
No matter what industry, no matter just
We
life
both
in
still
general.
play those slow gigs, man. Like, it
Yeah.
just happens.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you are.
So 2nd of December, little Fritter support. Give a
Yeah.
rundown on that.
coming up. What's that? Not next weekend, but the next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty keen. And he's played at the Mets once before. close from there is pretty funny. He's such a character. He's a great bloke.
But I say listen to
So much
listen
energy.
to his music, trying to like get a understand of the DJs he played with. Definitely the other person you just mentioned. His music was like he had a few million views tracks on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
This guy was very interesting with the music he chooses to play when I give it a listen.
Yeah.
Definitely not something I listen to on my occasion, but like it's interesting. It's nice to mix it up with all the DJs I listen to. So, but the thing is, going to that live, I need to always back myself. And I feel better is. It's not hardstyle, Chiv. Calm down. Like, just enjoy. You're out there, enjoy the music, have a couple of beers, and just like have a bit of a boogie. But like I've slowly transitioned into
DJ though. You don't want to be the one-sided of a certain.
I 100% was for a while.
You were. That's what I'm saying. Like,
transition.
I try and have a bit of
party in the paddock.
With,
2020 changed my life with music. 100%. 100%.
Well, it was meant to be rest in peace party, but now they're.
Yeah, now they're back into it.
Back and
reborn.
Yeah, and then it's massive now. It's crazy. It's like 4 full days of music, camping.
So yeah, anything else on Little Fritter?
Oh, I mean, like, it's, my first time on support with Little Fritter. We get to do it with Zandy, some of our best mates.
Ward and Crow boys too.
Yeah, Ward and Crow are on there as well. But yeah, it's just gonna be fun.
Are you all local? Like,
Yeah. All the supports are pretty much always
3
local.
duos.
Yeah, cool.
All local boys. So.
I love how they try and support the actual local talent.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's good down here.
Grow. Good. That's the best way.
Oh,
Is this
man.
another Sunday gig?
No, this is a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's like a proper event.
Yep.
We have an event for that. The night for that too.
Yeah, we're playing. We're actually playing at the new O Bar.
Yeah,
I love how everyone just calls it the new O. It's gonna be
or Muse.
Yeah, does it really stick though? I don't know.
It's an interesting name, Muse.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have done a little bit.
Well, they
better.
open just Saturdays or Fridays as well.
So I'm pretty sure
Both.
both. I think every third week he does an Insomnia night or something like that. And he gets some
So
big
what's it
acts
called
down.
Muse Saturdays? Then?
Because it's now, I think Muse is the club.
Yeah, but isn't it called Muse Saturdays?
Yeah, look.
Yeah,
I think it's just how they're branding themselves at the moment to get publicity, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've been there
all
once
up in
since
the air.
it's reopened.
Yeah.
It costs like $30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
think
$25 on the door.
Yeah, I think
20
now,
now,
this
they've knocked
weekend
it back.
coming, it's like free entry from 11 o'clock. And I think they're going to do that more regularly. Get that early, get that stand.
Yeah, the opening weekend.
Sure, they want to encourage more people and have a
Well, everyone keeps complaining about them. It's like, well, they're getting some decent acts down. Like, it's costing.
It makes sense.
Andrew's first time to get
Oh,
Headers
for sure.
down.
100%. I'm all talking about 40 people.
Like, it comes down, you guys have to invest to go interstate to get your name out there. Andrew's done that last year or two ago. And now look what it's become. And now it's unreal. I think what he's done with
I think having that payment at the door is to help. Hopefully.
Oh, definitely.
Oh man, well, that's the thing though. Like, people go out, don't understand that everybody who's playing there that night is getting paid to play
decently.
Getting paid good to play. So if you don't have that,
it's not possible.
It's not possible.
Someone's got to pay for it.
Have a good nightclub running.
Because the venue doesn't do anything. Some people pay the venue to have an event, and that's
Exactly.
how they sell the tickets for them, and they take an all ticket price. That's not like, oh, you hold an event and we'll give you 10% of our drink sales. If they did that, they'll be making 4, 5, 6 grand.
For sure.
Like, for a business point of view, 100% makes sense. Some people don't understand that, and that's where you get the kind of the, I don't know, maybe a few people question. They might not go
definitely.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Sorry, but beeping bloody noise.
That's alright.
Doing my head in. I can just hear it keep going off.
That's the first time I've heard it. So
I've heard it a few times. So yeah, no, that's very true. Hearing that from two blokes.
Well, I mean, like, if you don't really, if you're just going out just to go out and not really looking into it, you wouldn't really know.
Wouldn't think about
it wouldn't even cross your mind because, like, I mean, why would it? But
no, that's interesting.
But it's just like it's just like a massive thing for Hobart.
It's a step.
It's just
Hobart,
a step. Every other state you pay to get in. Down here, they charge you. Like, the only other club I can think of that charges on a regular basis is Pooh Bar. And Hagen Gardens to an extent, but again, it's more DJs playing that on a regular basis and things like that. People that pay. Cargo, they would have that one D. Like, obviously with Cargo, I feel like it'll be you, maybe 2 other people that have a probably rotating roster that go in there and play. It's not like they get 10,
we have like
DJs and things like that.
Yeah, we have like a massive roster of other DJs who they sort of just like place around. Like, they just like sort of cycle throughout the month. But like, you can't expect to get like headlining like mainland artists down and not charge at the door.
No, exactly.
It's just
and that's why we haven't
plausible.
seen it
it's not possible
consistently
really,
because no one wants to pay it.
When every time that a venue has someone coming down and headlining who's big, it's charge on the door because they can't afford to
And
bring
everyone
these
complains
people.
about paying. But
Like,
then everyone,
bring these people down, put them in a hotel, sort out all their like their riders and stuff. Like give them free drinks and all of that stuff.
And it's someone saying, "Oh, we don't get enough acts down here. We don't get big enough acts. Oh, $100 for a ticket to see this. Oh, I don't want to do that." I'm like, mate, like you need to show some support to make it grow.
There's like the other side to it though, where people won't want to pay $20 to go see someone, but then they'll go, to Cargo or something and go drop $400 on drinks for the night.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's like $20 for a vodka Red Bull.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't brought a drink in town for ages.
Yeah.
Like I just drive my car and leave a bottle of vodka and like I'll leave it there overnight.
Yeah.
Go out for a smoke, have a drink, back in there we go.
I have to say, Old O Bar's got brilliant smokers.
Yeah.
Well, it's still there.
same.
It's still the same.
Yeah, I was in there and I was like, you can see, like, some people spend the whole night just out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, we're going down a rabbit hole. 27th of December. So this is a big one. This is the heydays.
Yeah.
So down at Canillion Bay.
Yeah.
Pretty good spot to actually have a venue. I remember
Sure.
us being down there for Pitter.
Yeah.
I'm devastated to start on that.
Oh man, it's good. It was good 2 days, and only living not far away from it.
Yeah, I was in Uber
Having
one night.
Prees, having kick-ons.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
But they haven't camping this year.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
think-
interesting. I don't know why they were
I
doing
don't
that.
think it's at the grounds.
Where
I
are they
think
gonna
it's.
have
I
I
think.
think I have a feeling it might be like over the highway near like that Bell
That
Street.
friends
Yeah.
kind of school area. Yeah.
I reckon.
I think it's like over there. But yeah, this is probably our biggest show yet. I reckon.
Yeah.
So how did this opportunity arise?
Through George.
Yeah, through our
Manager,
booking for our booking agent George. It started off like they weren't really thinking of getting some locals on. I think they were like really trying to like get in depth with like a lineup of just mainland acts and stuff like that. Especially this one being a lot more electronic.
And
as they're-
it's Triple J funded or like
Yeah.
sponsored
Exactly.
as well, which you
Yeah.
rarely see that in Tasmania. It's all locally funded.
Triple
Yeah.
J's the taxpayers' money, basically, because it is part of a branch of ABC.
Yeah.
Australian Broadcasting.
Yeah.
So, end of the day, they want to support local people and get people to kind of rise through.
100%.
Yeah.
Rise up. And this is exactly a good
Yeah,
opportunity for you guys.
and
Yeah,
Triple J
it's
stands for all of that stuff. Like that's what they are all about. But
Mm.
we're just chilling when Arvo George sent us an email and he was like, "Hey, Heydays really want some local acts to play." And like we spoke to George earlier about trying to make a duo out of what we do. And he's like, "Hey, let's put both you boys on." We've got early slots, but that doesn't matter. We'll get all of our mates.
What time did you get?
We've got two, so we've got
Because has it been announced what the...
nah. So it's
You heard it here first then, guys. Give us a drop it right now. Drop
True,
drop the full schedule right now.
we actually haven't put when we're playing out yet.
Kept it all pretty under
So
wraps.
it's we play the first day. We play at 2:30 in the Arvo, and then we play again at 3:45.
Oh, you got both days. That's sick.
No, we play on the
two
same day.
first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Bit of
so
a break.
we'll warn
at least they give you a break, bro. They don't give you a 7-hour shift.
True. Can go piss or something in between that. So we'll just warm it up on the first one, and then we'll be probably having a fair crack on the second
sick
one.
as, bro.
See how it's
That's
looking.
what we. Yeah,
I'm
that's
happy
what we
playing
wanna
the
do.
first day because when the lineup dropped, the second day, in my opinion, it's just not like people I listen to. The first day, especially Genius Oasis, I've seen him somehow
Oh,
4 or
man.
5 times.
Yeah.
Always wearing a red fucking suit.
Saw him at Party in the Paddock.
go
and-
see Part in the
Unreal
Paddock
Party
was
in the
great.
Yeah.
Saw him at spin-off as well.
Big energy.
Yeah,
He's sick. So like seeing that day, and then obviously them announcing
yeah.
Lude,
yeah.
and
Lude,
even
unreal.
Golden Features as
So
well.
Lude's
That's
Lude's-
massive.
Tassie.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Devonport
So, yeah.
boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up-
No, Bridgewater.
Bridgewater boy.
Yeah, he's a Bridgewater boy.
Down south side.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I don't know how. So for some
It's
reason,
pretty crazy to see.
played a fair
though,
few.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, yeah, we'll get into future gigs, but
Big
like,
City Life done by Lude's one of. I mean,
It is
man,
totally
Land Down
weird.
Under was like,
Yeah,
he-
that's huge.
it was one of the biggest songs, like electronic songs of the year.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
Like,
Massive.
does he still live down here? Or?
Nah.
I'm pretty sure he
Nah,
does.
he's legit. He's like touring like non-stop.
Yeah.
He's like flying around everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
epic. Well, hopefully you guys get to. Have you met him? Or?
I've met him
You've met
once,
him,
yeah.
yeah.
Snuck backstage at his show and met him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He's an absolute legend.
Yeah.
Super nice, yeah.
No.
Very humble bloke.
So, it'd be great to meet him again.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I'd be glad to
we're
meet you
gonna
full stop.
Got another little link up with that. We'll
Yeah.
explain later.
Oh,
Hey.
I love this officiating.
Yeah, so that's like arguably our biggest show yet.
Bloody stuff.
And that's our foot in the door for Party in the Paddock.
Is it just
Not
one
this
stage
year.
as well? Sorry.
It's two.
Two
So they've got the
stages.
main stage and they're gonna have like a dance tent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
pretty
exactly
much how
like
they
Party
did
in
it.
the Paddock,
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not going to be on that scale, obviously. Like the big
Yeah.
top of Party in the Paddock is massive, but
Oh, it's ridiculous. So
yeah.
what Vega Boys or what?
Venga Boys.
Venga Boys. That was huge.
Oh,
I reckon it's probably
man.
one of the biggest.
I reckon
artists
almost
ever came
everybody
down.
at the festival was in that crowd.
Yeah, that was
It
nuts.
was huge. Like when there's like a photo of just like that, and then they zoom it out. There's people.
Yeah.
There were like 16,000 people.
It was
And I reckon at
nuts.
least
Yeah.
15 were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how could you miss out?
Nah, it wasn't real.
Yeah, so that'll be, and that's our first festival together. And then we go on the back of
Couple
that,
days
literally
later.
2 days later, to Great Escape Festival.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yes.
volunteering for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You're going to be
it
there?
said pack down. I was like,
Oh.
wait, when do I was like, oh, hey, just wondering about the pack down. When do I arrive? They're like, oh, yeah, Friday before the festival starts. I'm like, you're saying I get a full festival for free and I just
Oh,
have to lift
done.
some heavy shit the next
Oh,
day.
perfect.
Oh,
Happy
That's
days.
so
I'm in,
good.
for sure.
So
So me, and
was
my,
it?
me and my partner are coming down for that.
Yeah.
Where's the go for?
So it's over New Year's, so it starts on the 30th
And
and
then-
then 31st, and then we go home on the 1st.
There we go. So
Yeah.
you're closing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is massive.
Closing it
So is that
out.
the New Year's countdown or was it
No,
after?
it's
No,
after.
so-
It's the
Yeah.
final act.
Yeah, so we're the final act of the festival, which I actually am so G'd up about.
Yeah, all right.
Absolutely.
So you go from the
Ripping.
Greatest Escape, which is
Yeah.
on like the 7th,
The heydays.
Heydays on
on
27th.
Yeah.
to the Greatest Escape.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to like look after yourselves a little bit on the Greatest, or you're gonna just go ham on like.
I think
Go
we're just going to
ham.
accept it's
Just
gonna
just
be
drink
big-
for a whole week.
big
Just
huge-
drink for
pretty
a
much-
whole week.
Man, it
boys.
goes Christmas, Boxing Day, heydays,
Yeah,
heydays for the 2 days.
Yeah.
Christmas at Caleb's.
Oh man, of course. And then it goes 29th, which is our day off, and then back up to the Great Escape.
That's gold.
You get used to
Do you
it.
stay there, like in the camp, or do you guys leave straight away?
No, we'll stay.
You know how-
Surely,
you know how
surely I
some-
can come set up camp with you boys.
I
I
reckon-
think so. I don't know what the goal is
Mr.
in the way of.
Mr. Volunteer over here.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually might be in the
I
same
think it'll be in
area
the same area. Like
because
volunteers
we're in
be set-
artist camping, so I
Yeah.
feel like volleys will be in the
Yeah.
artist
Yeah,
camping
for
as
sure.
well.
Ah, sweet.
Um,
We'll link up for sure no matter what happens.
Oh, for sure, Caleb's coming.
Yeah, is he?
I reckon
Ah,
we'll be
sweet.
kicking on there for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah, brilliant.
Realistically.
Yeah.
Bring your decks to your tent.
Yeah, that's
what I'm
we'll
thinking.
go there, boys. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Um,
would be nuts.
Yeah, so we actually do 2 sets there. So we play at the Jungle Disco stage, which is like a bit of a walk from the stage, but it's like a nice intimate, like they deck it out. The last one, when I played Great Escape, like this year,
Were you at the first one as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
they like deck it out and it's like one of the coolest stages I've seen. And yeah, we play that the same night from 11 till 12.
Which is
So we'll be bringing in a countdown on our own maybe.
Really.
Because I feel like people might just go to the main
Main
stage
stage.
for the countdown.
Do you
as
know,
you
do you know
would.
who's playing the main stage? Or can you not release this information?
I don't know for
100%.
sure. I heard inklings, but I won't say anything because that said person hasn't announced it yet,
Yeah.
and I don't want to just out.
You're
Out
going
here.
to call it tomorrow. It's like, you're off, boys. You're
Yeah,
releasing
yeah.
information you shouldn't have.
That would suck.
Yeah, because he or she will announce it whenever.
Yeah, wicked.
Yeah, so we bring in the new year in the Jungle Disco. Then we have an hour and a half to prep ourselves to close the festival. We get an hour, which is good. I think everybody else is playing half-hour slots, so
Yeah, wicked.
yeah, we get to half hours.
That's for DJs, or was that just in
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, for DJs, like the DJs are playing half hours. I think it's how it's going, but an hour is just a great time to be able to like fully take people on a journey of music.
I feel like half
rather
an hour's
than-
not long enough for a DJ.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
Half an
Like,
hour
need
is a
that
warm
little-
up for most DJs.
Yeah,
for their
yeah.
sets.
Kind of only just getting started by the halfway mark.
Yeah.
You don't wanna-
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
You're gonna have to get like everything prepped and everything. Well, yeah.
yeah. We probably will for heydays because they're short and sharp. We've only got half hours for those.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we'll prep those, but Great Escape, we might, just experiment a little, see what the people are liking, because it's BYO festival too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is going to be
Yeah.
nuts. We're gonna,
Crazy.
So it's a
Well,
BYO.
Yeah, it's hard. This is going to be
Our delivery's
Yeah.
coming in at the right time.
Let's say message him saying, "Hey, I got a mate that would pay what you pay for it, like stock price," and I'll just slam it as well.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna drink that now. I'll be your ambassador for this festival.
Oh,
That's
done.
what we like.
Yeah, so it's BYO, so, man, it'll be like what time we start, 1:30?
Something like that,
Yeah, so we start at 1:30, so people will be in their zone, ready to go.
Hopefully.
is what we hope anyway.
Yeah.
We hope people don't
Good
cook it
session.
too hard.
That's good times.
I mean,
Oh,
it's New Year's night. Like,
Yeah. After the countdown, everyone's going to be razzed up. Like,
Who knows, next time you guys come on the podcast, you might have some new stories of your good moments. You
yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
You might see
Yeah.
some gremlins coming
Yeah,
in.
oh,
That
for
time, mate.
sure. There'll be
You
some
might be seeing
gremlins
some
there.
absolute gremlins.
For sure.
No,
But
I can picture that.
that's what it's about, man. I love seeing that shit. It's so
Those
fun.
type of-
Sure, bro.
It's the last day after a 2-day
Exactly.
festy.
Yeah.
You're gonna see some.
Yeah,
absolute
especially Great Escape, just the whole
Yeah, I feel like it's a
atmosphere of Great
complete
Escape.
different.
Yeah,
a
lot
what
more
Party
different.
Paddock
Old
and what
Falls
Falls
ground,
will be.
isn't it?
It's
It's
close
at Red
to
Banks
it. It's
this
close
year.
to it, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
Redbacks.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I've
we
got
do
time.
paintball and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, just near the
yeah, they're
airport.
actually offering you can go do paintball where you go.
You kidding?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. I forgot about it. 100%.
No.
That can either
No.
end really good or really bad.
Yeah.
Volleys versus artists.
Oh
Volunteers versus
my
artists. Let's
God.
go.
That'd be
Jesus
chaos.
Christ!
Slam a couple fizzes down
Oh.
and hit the paintball field.
God.
How you getting down? You get to you drive yourselves? Or?
Yeah, we'll probably drive ourselves down.
Yeah. Because
This
you
is-
know how some obviously artists they get picked, like basically
Yeah, no.
go do their gig, leave straight away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I was
it's
going
an
to ask you
artist's
guys.
dream.
Dream.
It's a 10-minute drive to the airport.
Yeah,
They're just
yeah.
out going on because so many artists you see literally play here the 30th. They're up in Melbourne the next day.
Yeah,
Instantly.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's ridiculous
No
how
one
quickly
really
they move
spends
around.
more than
Yeah.
24
But-
That's
hours.
epic.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to touch about heydays or Great Escape?
No, I
We're
mean
just
like.
stoked for it.
Yeah, we're just that keen. It's just the
Yeah.
countdown, man. Like waiting for this stuff to happen.
You're counting down now.
Is the
Yeah.
is the worst part about
Yeah.
it
Excitement.
because you just
Yeah.
get so keen
So
for
ready,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
You have to stay present for a bit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for
Kind of know
sure.
what's in the future, but kind of.
Just have to try and
Yeah.
put it in the back of my mind while I'm working
Yeah.
throughout the week.
Yeah.
But
100%.
yeah,
So, Taste Club, second interstate gig in Gold Coast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to give us a bit of rundown?
Yeah,
of that? What's it
so-
going up to
We
there?
haven't said anything about it really to
yeah,
anyone.
we haven't. This is a podcast exclusive. boys.
Hey!
we actually, we
How
haven't
lucky
announced
were
it. We haven't announced anything yet. Mainly because it's not like no promo or anything's done for it.
Yeah.
We've just been locked in for it.
Yeah, when I was trying to search stuff up, I couldn't find any flyers, posters, or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So that definitely explains
It's
why.
yeah, it's gonna probably come in like Jan, so bit of an exclusive. But yeah, so Taste Club is ran by Lude's cousin.
Tim.
Oh, there you go.
Tim
So
Jones, yeah.
Tim
And
Jensen.
he's a half of Chumba, who they used to tour together.
Yeah.
As a
So do you
joke.
guys know Chumba? They
Doesn't
had
ring
this
a
song
bell,
La La.
You'd probably
If
know.
I
yeah,
know
if I know
this
Chumba,
song, I'm
yeah.
shocking for
Yeah, so,
artist names, but as soon
yeah,
as I hear
so-
a beat,
When Ben Gerrans was down, Tim, Lude's cousin, was in Hobart, and Lucas shot him a message saying, "Hey, do you want to grab a beer or whatever? You know, we're gonna be hanging out with Ben, whatever." And he was fucking so keen for it.
Yeah.
Like, and he came, like, we were just drinking at the Mets, and he was like, "Oh, like, you boys should come up and play." Like, and we,
Like,
and like, we would,
This
like,
is
obviously,
so-
of course, but we thought it was going to be one of those things maybe where it was just like a chat, and
Yeah.
like, we might play like way further down the line. But he messaged us and he's like, "Hey, boys, you came for the 3rd of Feb, like, we'll get you up. Whatever, like, we're paying for everything once again, but man, Gold Coast
Oh, it's
gig
experience
is
though.
I'm
Oh,
sure.
man.
I'm sure.
It's
now
like
you
a
have
dream come true.
A small
Yeah.
connection as well. That would definitely look after.
Sounds like
Oh,
you
for
li-
sure.
Sounds like you boys are living the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, we.
I've searched up the
Pretty
club
good.
and things like that. It looks.
Yeah.
It looks like it.
Oh, man, they
The
go
production
nuts.
they put in, like the money, I think they must pump a fair bit of money into like production and
Yeah.
lights and all that stuff. It
What
looks
are you doing on the 3rd of Feb?
absolutely nuts.
Hey,
Flying up to
mate,
Queensland.
Caleb-
Sounds like going
Yeah.
to
Oh, bro, it looks like we have to go to the Goldie, bro.
Good old Goldie.
That's a big February.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Tim's
it'll.
Absolute legend.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like hooked us up so much.
So stoked on that. That's
Brilliant.
But yeah, like obviously we haven't been to one, so we don't really we can't touch base on how nuts they go or whatever. We've just seen videos, but they look like they go crazy.
turbo.
Yeah, from what
Um,
I've seen, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Is
so
anything going to be linked with Hard Fizz? to that? Or
Probably not to that.
But I mean, like when we play the Little Fritters show, he's sponsored by these guys as well, the
He has
Fizz
a drink
guys.
with
So
him, so
There we go.
yeah, so
we're trying to link something up there.
yeah, we're gonna try and meet up
Push
with
for
them.
hard fizz on tap.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I love that.
Dude, they started selling it at Botanica recently,
Oh, sick.
and which is great for us whenever we play
So
there.
perfect, yeah.
Works out perfectly. But yeah, like we're just gonna go up there, have a crack, another interstate gig. Yeah, there's not really much else to say on it because like
That hasn't
it's,
happened yet.
yeah,
To be
to be
continued.
continued, and
Yeah.
I mean like touching on what we're gonna do.
But
for
that's excited for you because it sounds like
Oh,
at the moment everything's just kind of coming.
it's
like,
coming together for
Still a lot of
sure.
work to do though.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Oh, as always.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're definitely not done yet. Like, we're going to definitely try push for, might go back to Geelong and, play another interstate. And after we get 3 under our belt, I think we can, start reaching out to other states. Like, we want to try cover as much ground in Australia as we can this year, I think is our
This
goal.
leads me to ask, what's your biggest ambition? So, like, maybe getting like a gig at a Melbourne club, or
I think
even pushing it to
Being
a headliner, not headline, but or just being able to get on the lineup for Listen Out, or going to
I
Europe.
do
something
something
crazy.
Yeah, it's
Europe
something
too,
that's
yeah.
that's a massive goal. Like,
Tomorrowland.
yeah, dude.
Tomorrowland would be unreal.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
that's
that's,
the next
I think
step.
that's
That's-
every techno
My
like
brother-
DJ artist is
Yeah.
Dead
dream.
set just went to Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
man,
yeah.
it's nuts.
Yeah,
If you're a DJ and your goal isn't to play at Tomorrowland, if you haven't already,
Even the one in France in the snow. They have like one in the snow. Like
It's
you go
nuts.
snowboard and
Oh.
have drinks and then you go into a festival
Yeah,
at the same
yeah.
time. I want to go to that one more than
Yeah.
that. Like the one in Belgium. It looks ridiculous.
but yeah, man, I think the goal is just to try and play as many cool shows as we can.
And probably pump out some music too. So
Yeah,
like
we've got some
proper
tunes underway, so
Yeah.
that's our goal. Like personal goal between us is to put some music out together.
that
Yeah.
we like
And-
really.
That try to find our sound together so we can start.
What's your name on Spotify, just so people...
Mine, you literally just search Baz up on Spotify. You
Is
probably
that
have to
Baz?
scroll for a while. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
exact
if
same.
not,
Social
head
medias?
to Instagram.
Social media is DJ Baz _
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
yourself, Lucas?
I'm just running. I've got a DJ account, but I've actually kind of put it behind me because it's just there's not really much point because it's kind of like I just put in one. So I've just got my account Lucas _ Cleary.
Yep, no, cool.
Yeah.
So it's more
Two lines.
more personal one, which kind of
Yeah.
can be both business and
Yeah.
personal.
Exactly.
So probably-
Yeah. I turned my personal into a business and then just
Why not?
don't have
I
a
think I'm
personal.
Yeah.
It's
probably
the
do
exact
that pretty
same.
soon.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's just the
Yeah.
way to do it. I
Especially in this day and age with social media. How
Yeah.
well, man,
So-
I mean, you guys would know from like Instagram and like, do you guys do TikToks as well?
we
No,
don't have
we're not-
TikTok,
we're
just
not on
on
TikToks
so,
yet.
so
Just on
Insta,
Instagram.
Spotify, Apple.
Yeah.
We've got our own
Like
website.
we got our own website. Which is
Facebook, I think.
we
these
tried
days-
Facebook, but
No, we never
Start
even
by-
started on it. We just
yeah,
made
it,
it.
it,
We
it,
don't
was, it,
use
was,
it.
it was interesting because we couldn't make like a Talk and Smack account because it wouldn't allow us to do it, and we typed in Talk and Smack and did a weird like I said we did like Morn Bradford for the like the two names
Yeah.
besides like Morn, and then they flagged us as a fake account.
Oh.
And we can't do that. So now we have to have a group or an event or something like
Yeah,
that and
yeah.
invite people to that. And it just seems dodgy.
Yeah.
It feels like something's got to be
Doesn't seem
happening with
proper
it.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While all these celebrities have their accounts, and because again they're using themselves as a promotion tool, they can get
Yeah.
all these people and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
like Twitter, or I should say X.
X.
Kind of like
Nah, I've never
Yeah.
used
Never
it.
used
Neither.
Twitter either.
I've never
it's not real
used it.
Australian, is it?
No,
No,
I think
yeah,
it's
so
more
not-
like the
not a very big
States.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's like a massive thing in the States.
Huge
But
in the States.
so you boys should definitely rinse the TikTok content.
Yeah, no,
that you
well,
guys
I
are
mean,
on TikTok as well then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's been good. I
good
mean,
for like short reels or
yeah. Well, I mean,
or
when you,
TikTok. Or
it's good.
TikTok.
It's good to like for us to like tease a new song or put up footage of us playing shows
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, if we approach a club, they're gonna want to look at our socials, and if they see that like I have a video on my TikTok of my headlining show, of like 300 people there.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Well,
you know.
it's exactly what we're at.
We don't have any YouTube, but
I feel like DJ's
When we
still
go-
not big enough for YouTube.
Oh, it's more. maybe
when we go,
behind the scenes or something.
Yeah.
when we play at Taste Club, they're gonna have like a full film setup, as in like they're gonna have a
Yeah,
GoPro
film
on the
crew,
decks.
Yeah,
and
wicked.
Film
So
crew
they- and-
what kind of thing, or someone taking care
I
of
think
it.
it's like it's
some
mainly
sort
just
of-
like stationary cameras,
Oh,
but
okay.
they'll edit it and stuff for us. So we might
Okay.
upload that somewhere, or just
Yeah,
like
I reckon.
upload clips on TikTok because Man,
seems to be where it's at
Yeah.
the moment.
Yeah, TikTok. Yeah,
I think
Looks like
TikTok is an easy 1,000 views to whatever you post.
Yeah.
I think even if it doesn't do well, it eventually gets to 1,000 views pretty much regardless because it'll come up
so
on.
we look into it, then we need to 100% do that.
Yeah, how you guys do your reels? If you just literally upload the exact same thing on
Yeah.
TikTok, it would.
we do. Yeah, reels. We do
Yeah.
reels. It's great. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a great way for people to kind of have a little snippet and they want to watch the full thing because they like the snippet.
Yeah.
And jump
Yeah.
into the full episode on YouTube, or if they're like driving around, they listen to it on Apple or
Yeah.
Spotify.
Something like that.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
brilliant to have kind of all platforms and kind of
For sure.
broaden your demographic kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
yeah. Well, I have to say it's been an absolute pleasure to have you both on.
Yes.
Great
Always.
Thanks for
insight.
having
Thanks
us.
for having
That was
us.
awesome.
Glad you like the fizz.
Yeah.
That's the most important part.
Yeah. Job done.
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
Especially because it's pretty. We're obviously coming into summer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the intro's getting freaking hot up here. So
Definitely
yeah.
want to bring it to the Great Escape. Just like, Bub, I don't care what you get.
We'll hook you up, brother.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, Lucas, Bailey, pleasure.
Thank
Seeing
you,
No
boys.
worries.
Good to
Thanks for
have
having us,
you.
Appreciate
boys.
it very
Really
much.
appreciate it.
We could be great. So yeah,
Yeah.
well, we're on as we've mentioned before, Apple, Spotify, Instagram, and our website.
All the
Talk
socials.
Smack Pod.
So that's the boys out.
Check 'em
And
out.
check these boys out as well. So absolute pleasure to have you on.
Thanks,
Yeah,
everyone.
Thanks,
Cheers.
boys.
Thanks.